All right, we know this one, right? Welcome everyone online. Welcome everyone in the building. Center of the heart. All that I need comes to me. One, two, three. Here we go. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. I've been set free, I'm released. I've been set free, I'm released. And my past has gone away at last. I've been set free, I'm released. Sweet rain that washes me clean. Sweet rain that washes me clean. Mind creates all things, into my life it brings. Sweet rain that washes me clean. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. Light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. All right. And now our practitioner for the morning, Denise Foxwell, is back with us. Yay!
Okay, it's been 4 weeks. I'm here. For how long, I don't know, but I'm here. And it's so good to see everybody. So, this is our time for invocation. Just being still in the divine moment that this is. Knowing that there is only one power, one presence, one energy in this life, and that energy is in me, it is in each one of us, it is in everything around us. And I know that this energy gives us great grace and just makes our day perfect. Everything unfolds in the divine imperfection. And I know this day unfolds perfectly. This service, this is the most wonderful time for each and every one of us to come together and be with each other and be in the divine space that is the center of the heart. And I give great gratitude to our wonderful musicians. They got some great songs today. I'm looking forward to it. And I give great gratitude to Miss Roxy. Miss Roxy Angel is our speaker today, and she is going to give us the word, and the word is perfect in every way. I know each person here is where they're supposed to be, whether it is here or out online or just at home, drinking in this energy and this light and love. And I just give great gratitude, knowing that each and every one of us is filled with the love of God, the light of God, and the peace of God. And so it is. Yeehaw. Okay. I am doing the Guide for Spiritual Living, Science of Mind for July, and I just opened it up, so we'll see how it goes. Living Spirit Almighty. For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse. Romans 1:20. We believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty. Ernest Holmes, What We Believe. Ernest Holmes begins his declaration by recognizing God not as a distant entity, but as the fundamental reality underlying all existence. When he says, we believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty, he acknowledges a dynamic, omniscient presence that is always active, creative, and responsive. Never static or anthropomorphic, God is living spirit, the infinite intelligence by which everything exists. Why is this important? I see it as the logical starting point for our exploration into the divine as something greater than anything we have imagined or could ever entirely comprehend. It clearly was mine. As I entered adulthood, I knew there was a hole in my understanding of the God known to my ancestors, the concept of which no longer resonated with me. As a spiritual leader, I have for many years asked my students to avoid the trap of thinking they fully understand God. Our infinite use of mind can never completely reveal that which is infinite. Our task is to continue every day becoming even more aware of this presence within and all around us. We're called to abandon the limiting ideas from this presence that many of us were taught in our youth, and instead to begin the sacred journey of discovering what divine presence is and how it works. This is our first step on the path to spiritual enlightenment. An affirmation: though I may not fully understand it, I know there is divine presence within and all around me, through which I have my being. And so it is. And this is in the back. It's both July and August for $12 if you want a little advertising here. Okay, what do you want to do with that? Just
We're going to sing another song. I'm an instrument of the divine. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. I am an instrument of the divine. I am an instrument of the divine. I am an instrument of the divine. I want to play in the symphony of sacred love. I am an instrument of the divine. I am an instrument of the divine. I sacred love. Yeah, how about that? Hmm. And now it's time for our sacred minister. Reverend Maryum Morse.
I've never done that. I know, right? Okay. Oh, better. Yay. Okay. We're good. We are good. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Hey, it looks like we have our regulars here today. I love it. So welcome, everybody. You know, gosh, who was I talking to? We went and saw Phantom of the Opera yesterday. Oh, be still my heart. I mean, I got chills just listening to that music again. It was incredible down at the Pantages. And the guy who played the Phantom, oh, anyway, I know. It's like, he was a psychopath, but you still loved him. You wanted him to get the girl. Right? And you go, wait, he just killed like 3 people. But he's so hot. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I know, right? So we were talking, and there's a minister, there was a minister, a practitioner, and I said, this teaching, and that's why I'm talking about it, Center of the Heart, we have this teaching, and I said, I think a lot of reasons why we all look so good, look around, we look good. I mean, we do. And then she goes, oh, I don't believe that. And I go, oh, shut up. You almost died from cancer. And she would do all this work in order to help her. And I said, you have to start to embrace that this teaching is really what has kept you on the planet. Because she has almost died about 4 times from what has gone on with her. And she had 1 lung removed, and then she had a fall. I mean, all kinds of things. And during that whole time, she would ask us to pray with her. The church prayed with her. And also, she did the Power of 8 with Lynn McTaggart. And all of that has helped her to still be here now. Because this teaching helps us, even when we're in a place of pain or depression or whatever, it helps us to just get to a place of balance. Because I know we all have had those ups and downs. But that's why I love this teaching, because it does give us that spiritual practice in order to do it, which is fabulous. So with that, let's bless ourselves. And as we do, we're just going to go ahead and bring in the qualities that we need. And whether it's more energy, whether it is healing for our bodies, whether it is to open our hearts to more love, or to open our hearts to spirit. And as we do, place your hands over your heart. And please repeat after me. I bless who I am. I'm the image and likeness of God. And I am another way that love is happening on this planet. I am grateful for me, and I thank God for me. And I welcome myself to my own center of the heart. And so it is.
I will make a quiet place, a quiet place within my mind, and I will wait still, my soul, be still. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still and know. I will make a quiet place, a quiet place within my life, and I will wait upon the Lord. I'll wait upon the Lord.
And just feeling these beautiful, the energy that's around us right here and now, and feeling the community of each other. And we hold and know that there is a power presence known as God, Spirit, the infinite. And as we are that infinite energy that's always moving and having its way with each and every one of us, I'm grateful knowing that truth. We say a prayer for the world right now, for all individuals, all countries, all people, as we hold that there is love in our hearts, and we send that love out to the world. We hold for all individuals that are in need of a prayer in this moment, right here and right now. Their prayers are answered in the ways that they need those prayers to be answered. We are grateful for the blessings that are always abundant in our lives. We're grateful for the opulence of this beautiful world, and for all that we have and all that we receive each and every day from Spirit and from the divine. And as we know that truth, we send this love to all the people that are in a place of negativity. We send them that peace of mind. We send them that love, and we send that essence out to our government right now. And as we do, we hold that the government is shifting, changing, and coming into a place of balance. And as we hold that vision, we hold that peace, we hold that balance, we hold that things are changing. And we have to hold that vision and continue to hold that vision for a world to transform. For as we hold that, one thought, one prayer touches another and another and another and another. And we know that love is expanding. We are grateful for these blessings. We are grateful for our ancestors and for all who have gone before us, creating this world and this amazing life that we have. I release this prayer into the infinite hands of God, and we are grateful for all that we have. We are grateful for all that we see and that is manifesting in our lives right here and right now. And we simply let it go, knowing that whatever we don't need is removed, and what we do need is embraced. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. And so it is. Amen. All right, we have a solo.
All right. It's a song that I've loved for a long time, and it fit the topic very well. So well that I actually kind of personalized it with an additional verse at the very end. So something new in this one. It's called Nature Boy. 1, 2, 3. There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far, very far, over land and sea. A little shy, and sad of eye, but very wise, very wise was he. And then one day, one magic day, he passed my way. And while we spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. There was a boy, very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far, over land and sea. A little shy and sad of eye, but very wise, very wise was he. And still today, as I recall the things he'd say, while we spoke of so many things, from fools to kings, these words set me free. The greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. If you know it, sing along with me. The greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. Now our speaker for the day. Yay! Roxy, Angel, superstar.
Thank you.
Yay.
Put on my spectacles and turn on the microphone. Hello. Well, good morning. All right, since you already know who I am, I'll just go dive on in. Okay, well, my vision, personal vision, is the speed of a snail. But God's vision is wide and fast, and it's larger than anything that I can imagine for myself. And I know this because sometimes there's two people inside of me. There's little Angie, as my family calls me, Angie. And Angie she's easily scared, and she likes to stay small and hide behind the scenes. And she loves sameness and security. Nothing wrong with her, just these are some of her qualities. Now the big me, the me that's connected to God, oh, she dreams huge. She sees herself on yachts, bobbing off the coast of Capri, drinking champagne. And she has huge dreams, and her vision is aligned with God's vision for me. Now, Ernest Holmes says, there's a power in this universe there's a power greater than you in the universe, and you can use it. So that brings me to a documentary I just saw a few weeks ago. It was called Maxine's Baby, the Tyler Perry story. Now, I was not, I'm a fan, when I'm in the mood, okay, for that kind of entertainment. And I was like, when Lava suggested I see this, I was like, what? Okay. But she says, hang in there and do it. And so I watched it with my grandmother and my family, and I was surprised to find out his story. And his story was one of hardship and faith. And Tyler, at one point in his achieving his greatness on the way, and this was like the very beginning, he was tired. He had gone through so much hardship trying to put on these plays. He gone in a hock with his credit cards. He was sleeping in his car. He had borrowed money from his mama, and it just wasn't popping. So one day, as we all do, he had a conversation with God, and he's like, man, I didn't put my back into this. I'm so tired. I just want to give up. And then he hears this voice. And God says to him, I am God. I decide when you're done. So, like many of us, if we hear something like that, we would like, what was on his story was that he was supposed to rent this theater, and he was very reluctant to get back in the hock with this. But after he heard this encouragement, this gentle encouragement, he decided, yes, I'm going to go ahead and go all on in, because if God says I'm not done, then he must know something that I don't. So he rented it, he went in the hock, and the show sold out. In fact, it was so successful that he was able to book it for 10 months straight. Word of mouth, every night was packed. And it was just it, it was just, this is what actually Emmett Fox says. You will be led to the right place without a loss of time. And the lesson I took from it is that if you really love and are committed to doing what you love, then God collapses time. And it even rearranges things to make it work for you in your favor. So my own version of that God voice was many years ago when I was 13. I heard this inconceivable phrase, because I was a romantic at heart, used to read romance novels, and I believed in love with a capital L, and I was like, okay, I would hear this voice, well, you would be happy with an older hippie man. Now, when I'm 13 years old, what am I going to do with that, you know? But I would hear this voice again and again throughout my young adulthood, and I'm just like, and it would come when it was silent, when I was just kind of sitting there, and it would drift in this thought. And I know this was angelic influence. And it says you would just be happier with an older hippie man. And I said, okay, all right, well, I went on my last horrible date from Match.com. It was so horrible. I was crying, okay? It was like, ugh. I came home that night and I fell to my knees and I said, God, if I'm supposed to be alone, I'll accept it if that's what you got in store for me. But if you don't, could you bring the man to me? Toot sweet, please. I was crying. I was on my knees. I surrender, not my will. I've done it all this time my way. Let me do it your way. Then about 3 weeks later, I meet my husband, who is an older hippie man. Okay. So Louise Hay says, I am in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. Well, Jason passed away. And I had him for less than 7 years, but it was 7 glorious years. But his death cracked me open wide. I was dry knuckling it. You know, I was going bonkers crazy. And then I knew from my church search that, Centers for Spiritual Living, which was called Church of Religious Science back in the day, has always given me some kind of comfort through some of the roughest times in my life. So after white knuckling it for a year, I wound up coming in these doors. And I said, wow, after I got here, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I said, now, when I was with Jason, I loved to throw parties. My house was that house that anybody could drop in, get a meal. Friends of friends would drop in. I loved to throw parties, so I was like, wow, what am I going to do with that skill? I don't know. I had ideas, but it wasn't until I got here and I saw Reverend Maryum on the stage. Now, prior to seeing her on the stage and walking in this door, when I would spread my tarot spreads, I kept seeing a woman. It was the Queen of Swords, which is a dark-haired woman of gravitas who speaks the truth. And so I kept seeing this woman, and I'm like, I don't really want to hear no woman who's got a sword for a tongue. But I was like, it kept popping up. And then the other card that kept popping up was the High Priestess. So I resonated with the high priestess because I always thought when I was being raised Catholic, why are the Catholic priests the only ones doing the magic up there? I wanted to be up there, so I said, I'll be a high priestess. So I walk in here, she's on the stage laying down some truth. And the truth she laid down that day was, I need some help. And I'm looking around, it's around 60 people in here. I'm like, why are they not helping her? So so I walk up to her after service, and I had only been here a few times, but I said, I'm gonna help you. And so I said, what happens here is that Catherine Ponder says, often failure is success trying to be born a bigger way. And Florence Schofield Shinn, she says, one door shuts and another door is open. So God's vision for me was to wander into center of the heart. And what I learned were these 5 things being here. Is the number one, I needed to heal myself. I was a wreck when I walked through these doors. And I was mad at God, and I thought God had damned me because I gave me a gift and then, yeek, psych, And then I was like, okay, I'll heal that. Then the second thing I learned was to believe in myself. The lessons in this teaching teaches you that the more you believe in yourself, the more you believe in God. The more you believe in God, the more you believe in yourself. It's interchangeable. And I learned that I could make a promise and keep it. And that I would move heaven and hell to keep that promise. So I learned that I could depend on my word. My word was bond. I could say what I mean and mean what I said. And then the third thing is that I learned to expand past complacency. Because remember when I started this, I said there's a little Angie who likes to be safe. And that means being still sometimes, and not moving and not taking opportunities. And then the fourth thing I learned was to tap into my creativity for living. Because we are creative beings. All of us have gifts. And so this creativity can heal. Because you're reaching into a God-given talent of mining for gold inside of yourself, and that's what I did. So Louise Hay, she says, try approving of yourself and see what happens. And so I learned that through my creativity, I'm not just the background person. I'm not just the techie in the sound booth, because voila, I'm here on this stage giving this talk. And I also learned that catching the vision of God means letting the larger pattern of your life reveal itself over time. Expanding the little self's vision and letting the bigger self's vision flow through you, inspire you, direct you, and move your feet while you're praying. Ernest Holmes says, new horizons will open for me and new ideas will flow to me. So this is the last little bit of wisdom before I share something with you. Catching the vision means seeing yourself from the way back camera instead of up close. You know how if you're looking close in the mirror, you see every flaw, every pimple, every blemish? Well, when you pull that camera back, you're seeing your whole self, your whole dreams, And you can shorten the distance between the two selves, the little self and the big self. And that's when surrender comes in. And if you surrender, it's like hold on to your hat. God will just kick in like gangbusters, like he did for many people, many creatives, especially Tyler Perry. Just when you're about to give up, hang in there, because that's when your blessings are going to avalanche on you. So in closing, I want to introduce a song and a video I made, and I want to let you in on a secret. It's all true. It happened for reals. And it's called Distracted from My Blues. So Shane, if you can cue the video, dim the lights so that they can see it, and enjoy. And thank you.
Sitting on the edge of a mountaintop, lost and tossed in the mountains. This is just a rest stop. Goodbye is pressing on my heart and on my mind as I look out over the canyon. My tears are held at bay. I turn and look at a bush beside me, white and luminous wings slowly moving. I stare as if hypnotized, distracted away from my blues. Gut punched, tears stopped up my nose, rain beating hard on my windshield, fumbling with my keys, overcome with grief, thinking about doing something drastic, taking myself out along with somebody else in traffic. My eyes land on something luminous and white, a butterfly on the hood of my car, wings flapping slow, transfixed. I stare, it leads me to the entrance of the church, distracted again from my blues. The meditation soothed my frayed nerves. I thought of the butterfly, luminous in two different places. I step out, almost afraid to see it again. I walk into my car in a daze. I look up, the rain has stopped. It floats above my head and lands up on my chest. Shocked, scared, shook from head to toe. Then I surrender, knowing God is speaking to my heart, wondering how little me could be visited 3 times. Distracted me from my blues, distracted me from my blues. Every time I was about to fall apart, something luminous came through. Miracles appearing out of nowhere, like a friend you telepathically called. A miracle of love that holds you together, just when you're about to fall apart. The wonder of it, that something so tiny could put me back together again. This tiny butterfly carried grace far too large for its tiny frame. I was loved, seen, held in a tenderness larger than a mere butterfly. Mm.
Okay, so this is the other thing that I said to Roxy. She's going to teach a class and teach us how to do all that.
All right. I don't know, I need our creative genes though.
Well, no. It's like everybody's got that. It's what Roxy was talking about. Everybody's got that. And we just have to have the courage to step into it. And she's done it so beautifully. Because I remember when she first got here, and then when she said, "Can I speak?" I'm like, oh, thank God. You know, I mean, really, because it wasn't my idea, it was her idea. And then my idea was once a month. Yeah, right? Because it's like awesome, because we want to hear different voices. We don't want to hear just one voice because we all have different things to share, don't we? Yeah, it's beautiful. So thank you, Roxy. Let's give her a little more love. Woo-hoo! Awesome. Yeah, I want to take that class. Well, not only that, I think distracted from my blues, I think that class would also help people be distracted from their blues right now. And it would be a way to do something creative to love yourself and to really embrace your true nature, right? It would be beautiful. Yeah, I think it would be a great distraction.
Ed, I've been thinking about the class. And,
Yeah.
maybe after the fair.
Yeah, after sometime in, like after the fair, November or so, when things are a little, that would be so much fun. Yeah, it really would. And I want to thank you because I've been having a lot of blues lately, and you know what? I think a lot of us have felt that way, and that just helped me go, well, how can I distract myself? How can I distract myself when I'm not feeling good? And then finding that touch of God and that beauty, around us, like when we take a walk or, like you said, on a mountaintop, and it's really beautiful. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, I think we have another solo from George. I wonder what he picked.
Yes. I have finally found a way to live, just like I never could before. And I know I don't have much to give, but I can open any door. Everybody knows the secret. Everybody knows the score. I have finally found a way to live in the presence of the Lord. I have finally found a place to live like I never could before.
Though I know I don't have much to give, and I can't open any door. Everybody knows the secret. Everybody knows the score. I have finally found a place to live in the presence of the Lord. Everybody knows the secret. Everybody knows the score. I have finally found a way to live in the presence of the Lord. I have finally found a way to live in the presence of the Lord.
What a beautiful song, huh? Who wrote that, George?
And I think it was Steve Winwood and Eric Clapton.
Wow. Yeah, gorgeous. Wasn't that beautiful? Fits perfectly. I'm telling you, when we leave them alone, Spirit just brings it through them, right? Isn't that the truth? I'm telling you, that's great. That's great. Thank you so much. And before we go on, Miss Lava, her birthday was this weekend. Yay. So let's do a little Lava's on. Say hi, Lava. We're going to sing. Let's sing to her real quick.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, ready?
Let's get a key. What are we doing?
What do you do? Happy birthday? Just regular
Happy birthday to you. Yeah,
to you.
yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
happy
Yep, pitch.
Happy birthday.
Are we ready? We're ready.
Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy
Thank you, everybody.
Love it, right? I know. I love it that we have a hybrid community. It's so great. Ah, yes. So happy birthday, Lava. She planned a beautiful weekend for herself. So we all need to do that on our birthdays, right? Yeah. So it was great. And when you get a chance, you can ask her about it. All right, so we have tips if you would like to tip the talent. So we have a tip jar for our wonderful musicians. And so look at everybody. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. We want to expand our abundance in our lives. It's so great. So great. I know, right? I love it. All right, and then we are moving into our time for tithing and supporting not only the center, but everybody who works here. And so it's really a beautiful way to expand your abundance. So checks, cash, and there's the Venmo if you want to use that. You just take a picture with your phone, and if you have Venmo, you can go ahead and pay that way. So it's a great way to do it. And I think we have our statement, so let's say this together. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal, bless, and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and belief. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
And as we collectively raise our hands together and let's bless it. Go ahead and stand out, Kathy. Yeah, perfect. We're going to raise our hands. Let's bless this energy, bless these offerings, and know that as we give, it comes back to us in a myriad of ways. And we're so grateful and thankful for all that we have and all that Spirit is constantly giving us. This energy moves out into our community and back to us in our own lives and the ways that we can use it. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. I release this prayer and we say together, and so it is. Amen. Thank you. All right. All right, so I see Darylyn's online, so she will be doing prayers online. And then if you would like a prayer, I think Denise went home, yes? Yeah, she went home, because you know what? Bless her heart. 4 weeks is like not enough to get healed, okay? Anyway, so if you'd like a prayer, you could contact Roxy or myself or EJ, and we'd be happy to pray with you. And then we have a prayer box in the back, so please utilize that. And we have as Denise already said, 2 months of Science of Mind magazine is $12 in the back if you'd like to purchase it. And then visit our Facebook page. So I've been telling my friends to look at it, and they love it. They're going, oh my gosh, it looks so good. And so they're seeing all the pictures and they're seeing everything. And my one friend said yesterday, it looks so fabulous. So please go check us out. It's all of us are on there, all of our pictures. So it's really a fun thing. And then just like it and make a comment on it. If if you like the picture of, Barbara and her dog. I mean, it was like the three of them. It was Susan, Barbara, and Mochi, and they were all sitting right there. It was the cutest darn thing, and that picture's up there. So it's great. So come join us and have some fun on Facebook, and you could pop through. Okay, and this is the collective marketing on Centers for Spiritual Living, Agape, and Unity. So go to awakenpath.org, communities, and find out more how they're promoting New Thought. And then we have, by the way, she is at her, I think it's her son's wedding, right? It's her son, Tahara's son. Okay, she's going to do a crystal bowl meditation on August 23rd after service. So if you're interested in doing that, which I am, sign me up. And she'll be facilitating that. She is finally feeling better. She went through a period of time where she had no energy. And then I said, just come here and be in the community because I think it's going to help you heal. And it did. So she's getting better and better. She's not 100%, but she's getting there. And she's a powerful healer. So come join us for that. And then the Lifeline screening is going to be on September 11th. So if you want I think it's a very reasonable way to check out so many things. There's no flyer in the back. We'll have to pop some in the back, right, Roxy? Yeah. Yeah, so let's print out a few, because I think if you want any of those screenings, it's very reasonable. And you said they're giving us a discount, right? Yeah. There's a discount code on there. So if you're interested, take a picture of this and come do this in September. Yeah, I think that'd be better. Anyway, so thank you. And clairvoyant readings on the round. Oh, yeah. We booked all these things because she was feeling so good, Tahara. She's like, okay, I need to be on the calendar. I'm teaching my classes again. Anyway, she's doing covalent readings on the round, and that's going to be on Sunday, September 30th, and so 20th, I mean. And that's going to be where she's going to just do readings for everybody in the circle.
No, limited to 6 people.
Oh, it's 6 people? Okay. Okay, if you snooze, you lose. Anyway, so yeah, so I'll give you some money for that, for her. And then our Healing Arts Fair is on October 3rd. So that's going to be fun again. I already have contacted a lot of people. Roxy's already contacting healers to do it. And it'll be a great experience, as always. If anyone that would like to help us, please raise your hand and come help us. Yes, it would be great. And because there's so many we do before. All right, good, Haley. And it's like the setup, and Brian's not here right now. I think they're traveling. But it's so much fun to just do this. And then at the end, it's great. So we need all the help we can get for this, because it's a big affair. All right, I think we're closing out. Nope, Kundalini Yoga. So it's Saturdays 8:30, and you're here for the term, for a long term, right? Okay, good. She'll tell us when she's not going to be here, but you're always here. So it's 8 a.m. No, this is Spruced Up Saturday. Didn't she go dark for?
No, that's what she's beginning again the second week, and as soon as August starts. So this is the last week
Okay.
of this month, so.
Okay, so in August, Lava will be back, and she'll be back with her Spruced Up Saturday. So come and join her at 8 a.m. if you want to just talk and get support, or 9, and then 10 a.m. for the decluttering. All right? So with that, our blessing circle, we are online at 11 a.m. on Wednesday. So if you'd like to join us, that's on Zoom, and come, or just text us or email us for prayer requests. And are you suspending the book study, right?
It's suspended. Oh, I thought I took that out.
Yeah, okay.
It's suspended until the 28th of August.
Okay, so that will not, the book study won't be happening through the rest of this month in August, right?
Yeah. Till the last week.
Till the last week. And then channel anger into action. Oh boy. We all know how to do that, don't we? It's true. So that'll be happening next week. All right, so let's go ahead and pray into this beautiful day, because it is a beautiful day. And let's circle up and just connect together and just think about all of the beautiful lessons that Roxy shared today, and think about how we can always connect, even when we're down, we can always connect to Spirit, to God, to the divine. And even in those moments where we feel that despair, we can always look for the light around us in some way, shape, or form, and distract ourselves from that part of us that is not really real. It's not the part of us that we need to embrace. So as we embrace ourselves in a loving, beautiful way, knowing that we are creative, we are powerful, we are amazing individuals. And as we hold that truth for each and every one of us, we are grateful that we always have the guidance, even when we feel we have fallen off the path, it is there. So thank you, God. We follow the butterflies, as Roxy showed, and we follow those parts of Spirit that lead us to higher ground. So let's say our affirmation together. Miracles follow miracles, wonders always increase, and we give thanks for this amazing day. And so it is. Amen.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only